And so thank you for doing that. Is there also coverage, or is that it's all?
There's no insurance coverage at this time. Patients are able to put it for their HSA accounts, but not direct insurance coverage.
But if it $129 a month would be less than most people's copay for mental health care. So thank you for doing that. And for more information, visit joyous.team, T-E-A-M, joyous.team.
Welcome back. On Saturday, I spoke with the Deputy Foreign Minister of Cuba, Carlos Fernandez de Cosio. Thank you so much for being here. I do want to start off by playing for you something that President Trump said about Cuba just this week, speaking from the White House. Take a listen.
I do believe I'll be having the honor of taking Cuba. That's a big honor. Taking Cuba in some form, yeah. Taking Cuba. I mean, whether I free it, take it, I think I can do anything I want with it. You want to know the truth?
Mr. Deputy Foreign Minister, what was your reaction to hearing that? Is Cuba bracing for the United States to take it in some form?
Truly, we don't know what they're talking about, but I can tell you this: Cuba is a sovereign country and has the right to be a sovereign country and has the right to self-determination. Cuba would not accept to become a vassal state or a dependent state from any other country or any other superpower.
Well, let's delve into this a little bit more deeply. Cuba's president released a statement that read in part, quote, "Any external aggressor will clash with impregnable resistance." Do you believe any action by the United States would escalate into a military conflict?
We hope not, but what our president expressed is what any country that respects itself would convey if there was a threat to try to take over a country or to try to dominate or control it in any way. But we truly hope that there's no military action, and frankly, we see no reason. We see no justification for military action against Cuba. Cuba is a peaceful country. We're not an enemy of the United States. We don't pose any threat to the United States. In fact, we wish, and we said it openly, that we would like to have a friendly and respectful relationship with the United States, with its government, and we've been developing it for a long time with the people of the United States.
And yet you heard those words by President Trump. So I'm wondering, is your military preparing for a potential engagement with the United States?
Our military is always prepared, and in fact, it is preparing these days for the possibility of military aggression. We would be naive if, looking at what's happening around the world, we would not do that. But we truly hope that it doesn't occur. We don't see why it would have to occur, and we find no justification whatsoever. Why would the government of the United States force its country to take military action against a neighboring country like Cuba?
So this is a remarkable statement that you've just made, that Cuba is in fact preparing for the potential possibility of a military engagement with the United States. Can you be more specific? What do those preparations look like?
Our country has historically been ready to mobilize as a nation, as a whole, for military aggression. We truly always see it as something far from us. We don't believe it is something that is probable, but we would be naive if we do not prepare. That's what I can tell you.
The U.S. and Cuba have confirmed that they are talking, but have given very few details. Secretary of State Marco Rubio is leading those talks for the United States. Here's what he had to say from the White House this week. Take a listen.
So they're in a lot of trouble. And the people in charge, they don't know how to fix it. So they have to get new people in charge.
So is the United States insisting on regime change in order to give Cuba economic relief?
Oh, no. Did you think I was something scary?
No.
Screening for colon cancer isn't scary with the Cologuard test. No prep, non-invasive.
Oh, I have this test right in my apartment. I do. I got it in the lobby of my building.
I don't know what they're insisting among themselves, but I can tell you in conversation with the United States and in dialogue with the United States, the nature of the Cuban government, the structure of the Cuban government, and the members of the Cuban government are not part of the negotiation. That is something that no sovereign country negotiates. I don't know how many examples are there of countries that negotiate with a foreign power their system of government or the nature of the government. I'm sure the United States is not ready to negotiate with another government its constitutional system, its political system. Now, the US government knows that the problems that Cuba faces are in a great measure the result of policies of the United States aimed at causing as much harm possible to the Cuban economy, to Cuban society, and to the people of Cuba, which makes it for any government very difficult to manage things and to get good results when a superpower is exerting such level of pressure, above all economically, on the country.
Are you saying that regime change is off the table?
Absolutely.
Mr. Deputy Foreign Minister, NBC News has been on the ground in your country all week long. Our crews have seen people who haven't worked in weeks, kids who haven't gone to school, food and energy running dangerously low. President Trump says he believes that Cuba will collapse on its own. Is your country currently in a state of collapse?
What does on its own mean when it's being forced by the United States?
So, NBC. CBS. ABC are 3 letters each. America Broadcast Company. America Broadcast Corporation. NBC. Nation. National. Nation. Broadcast. C. Corporation. Company. A. B. C. A. B. C. B. S. N. B. C. A. B. C. B. S. B. 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 Broadcast. 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 Broadcast what? Signal through the air only. Signal waves through the air. Frequency. Not television, but radio. Radio frequencies broadcasting. That's the common thing. Yep. First letter of broadcasting signal, waves, frequency through the air. What is the frequency? Frequency of the broadcast. 3 different frequencies. What is the entity that is doing the broadcasting? 3 entities. America. American is broadcasting. A. C. C is Colombia. Colombia. Colombian. Colombia. A. B. C. C. B. S. N. Nation, national. Nation, national. America, American. Colombia. What is Colombia? Colombia is Lady Columbia. Colombia, Colombian Exposition, not Columbus. Shell the ocean blue. Columbia, Lady Columbia. Atop the dome of the Capitol is Lady Columbia. It's a person, an idea. Colombia, Colombian. The other two are America, American. That's an ethnicity. Who are you? I am American, American. The last one, nation, national. Three different things that are not related. America, American is not the same as nation, national is not the same as Colombia, Colombian. Broadcast, 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 three different things. A is not the same or is different than C. C is different and not the same as A. N is different and not the same as A or C or B. The middle one, C, a person, person, person. Lady Columbia, person is different, more important. Person's more important than ethnicity. American is not the same as a nation or national, all different. What's the last letters? A, B, C. Corporation, corporation, company, company or corporation. Company, corporation. NBC, company or corporation, company or corporation, company or corporation. What's the S? System, system, service, no system. Unique, unique. Person, lady, system. Lady, system, person, system. Broadcast, same. They're only the same with the B. Unique. Let's get with the program, people. Figure it out. All of this is before vision. Seeing pictures moving on a cathode ray tube. That's advanced technology compared to a radio frequency. It's a frequency, it still is through the air, but it's vision. The same people that had the radio that were different and not the same. Somehow those same things that are different only broadcast. They continue to broadcast and they all broadcast what? Broadcast signal frequency that carried what? Images, pictures that move. Cathode ray tube. Television, television is frequencies that are V hertz. UHF, VHF, HF, HF, V, and U. What's the difference between a V wave and a U wave related to a wave that carries sound and pictures moving at the same time? It's television. Okay. Let's forget about carrying signals on copper wires for cable. Let's forget about carrying signals on copper wires. Telephone. Let's forget about carrying signals on fibers that are optical and carry light. Fiber optic network over land and wet. Now it is light carrying. Light now carries both signals for radio and signals for vision, television. Okay. Alright. Get over yourselves. You better stop it. You better get wise. You better listen. You better stop all the fucking bullshit. Of it. I have said it many, many times. Pull the license that are auctioned somewhere. Pull the license. Turn it off. Stop. A, B, C, N, B, C, C, B, S. You better stop it. You better get with that. Stop being belligerent. Stop being recalcitrant. Stop wreaking terror. ABC anchors, NBC anchors, CBS anchors are rating terror. Terror. Fear and terror. Psychological is terror. They are experts at isting it. At isting terror. They are experts at isting terror. Get over yourself, you better stop it. Anchors. Scott Pelley is an anchor. Margaret Brennan's an anchor. Local broadcasters in New York are anchors. They're all anchors. There are no reporters. An anchor or reporter is still journalist. Some sort. The First Amendment says the press, a machine, press, press, press. Has nothing to do with electricity. The press and your liars, you fucking liars, you schemers, you liars. Stop it. You're negating liberty. 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 Stop it. I told you. You better stop it. You better look out. You better not cry. You better not pout, 'cause I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. He sees you when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake. He knows if you've been bad. So you better be good, for goodness sake, and fucking listen. Pull the license. Shut it off. Broadcast out of Manhattan. Studio. Soundstage. Big buildings. You better stop it. I've told you many, many times. Keep it out. Play at your own risk.